Hi class. I've just been made aware that the audio on my latest movies is getting garbled. As you start watching it after a minute or two, it gets really slowed down. So I'm trying to re-record Project 5 and see where that takes us. Hopefully I'll be able to save it and load it without any problems. Okay, let's do 5 again, and that's a rotational symmetry. Taking a letter form and rotating it in 360 degrees to create a design. Working in Photoshop CSD3, and as usual I have to start with File, New. And I want to create a file about 7 inches square, 7 by 7 by 72 dots per inch for web display. And I'm going to put it in grayscale for now, and say OK to that. Good. Next, I want to take the Type tool and click on the Type tool, and notice that I have options for what type I'm using. It starts with Arial in my operating system, and I'm just going to scroll down and find Edwardian script right here. And instead of 36 points, I'm going to put in 300 points to start. Let's see where that gets me. I click on the window here and type capital letter S, and I think I'm going to reduce that down and try 200 points. Good. Okay. Very good. Next I want to show my layers and see that the type layer of the letter S has been put on its own separate layer from the background. That's important because now I can move it freely and separately. Oops. From the background. As I click on it, notice I can move it. That's a good thing. In order to copy this with the magic wand, I need to rasterize it. It's a little technical, but all your fonts, when they appear in a graphics program, are true type fonts, and that means they're scalable. And what they are is a vector type product. They're not rasterized into pixels yet. So I can do that here and say Layer, Rasterize, and Type. And notice that turns the type layer into a plain picture layer. It's the easiest way to put it. It's still free. Now I'm going to take the wand tool and click on it to copy this. Control C and Control V. And notice I have a new layer spit out here. Take the move tool and move it out. Okay, to do a circle, to spread out 6 of these in a circle, I know that there's 360 degrees in a circle, so if I want to put 6 around equally, I need to move that 60 degrees, or 6 times into 360. It's 60 degrees. If I say Control T or Edit Free Transform, I can just input 60 degrees right here in the top, and it'll make a perfect 60-degree rotation of it, and that helps me out a lot. Okay, I'm going to spit out a new one, Control V, and 60 and 60 is the new rotation, so that's 120. Control T, put 120 up here, enter. Good. Third one would be 60 times 3, should be 180. Control V, Control T, 180 up here. Okay, enter twice. Good. I need 2 more, and I don't have positive Control V. I don't have positive values of 270, and so on. So what I have to do is do a minus 60 on this one. Control T, under angles, I'm just inputting minus 60 degrees. Enter, enter. And one more, Control V, Control T, minus 120 degrees, and that takes care of all the units that I need. I'm going to hide my layers for now, just so I have more room to show you this. Notice that they snap around a little bit. These most programs have a snap tool, and you can take the snap tool off, because snap tool, like right in this case, is a pain. Sometimes it's a really big help, but sometimes it's in the way. So I'm going to go to View, Snap, and turn off the snap tool just by unclicking it. Great. So I'm just going to eyeball these into the position here. Like so. Good enough. I can nudge them around with the arrow key too and tune them that way. Take that out and up a little bit. Close enough. Okay, before I save this, I want to flatten it, so that would be layer, flatten image, and then notice that all the layers get collapsed into one background layer. And okay, save it as whatever, rotation 1, letter S1, whatever you want. Now let's do a variation. I'm going to click on the wand tool, click on Control deselect. I have to make sure my tolerance is at 32 here, and click on the black area with the wand, and to pick up all these others I can hold down the shift key, and that works pretty well. Or I can say select similar, and that gets everything all at once. Once it's selected, I copy it, Control C, paste it, Control V, Control T, and I'm going to input 30 degrees right here, and that's going to offset it half the distance. Enter, enter, and that's a nice variation. Flatten it, layer, flatten image, and paste it. Save it as a JPEG. I'm not going to flatten it though for now. I'm going to click on the background or even the foreground and just try a variation. Control I inverts that layer, Control I inverts it again, or if I click with the Control I, Control I, nope, Control I, yep, gotta see my layers here. I know on the background layer it's locked and it doesn't want to invert without selecting it, so I'm going to rename it layer 0 and then say Control I. There we go. Okay, that's pretty nice. So as I play around with this and I try different inversions, image adjustments, image adjustment, invert, equalize, threshold, posterize, some filters in here, filter, artistic, all these filters to play with, pastels, dry brush, brush stroke filters, cross-hatching, ink outlines, distortion filters. There's hundreds actually. Try some variations and see what that does for you. And remember, save all your elements as you go along. It'll be much easier for you. Okay, that's it, and we'll see you in the next movie.